So you prepared on how you're going to go to your labor, you've learned how you're going to demonstrate in the labor ward, you are already in labor and everything seems to be going well. When your doctor announced to you that, madam, you are going into the theater, you are going to do cesarean section. And despite all her explanations, you said no. Because first of all, you felt disappointed in yourself. You felt that your God has failed you. My dear, cesarean section is not a sign of weakness, and that is where we are all getting it wrong. Cesarean section is done to save you and your baby, and there are many conditions that warrant you as a mother to do cesarean section. There are the ones that will come from your placenta, there are the ones that will come from the baby. At the end of the day, what matters is that you are safe and your baby is safe. So I'm going to mention up to 10 to 14 indications that warrant you going for cesarean section. So if you fall in these categories, please, as you're preparing for labor, prepare for cesarean section, so that when they tell you to go in for it, you just kindly sign. Because of this particular issue, some men, if you tell them to sign for their wife, they will refuse because they don't want to feel inferior. They don't want to feel like my friend would say that my wife cannot deliver per VE. Rubbish. You see, this labor, pregnancy, delivery, whatever it is that concerns it, is all about life. Any mistake, person don't pay maybe that. Any mistake, person don't pay maybe that. So one is CPD, if your pelvic bone is not all that large, if it is small, a baby cannot pass through. So if you refuse going for cesarean section, you still deliver that child, and by the time the child will pass through labor, the child will die, and you still end up going through cesarean section to bring out the baby. Second reason is when that labor is not progressing. You've stayed more than 12 hours and still nothing is happening. And you know, as you're having that contraction, the way you are feeling the stress and the pain of labor, that is how your child is feeling it. That's why at the end of the day, when you deliver some babies, they will not cry. They will be so weak because they are feeling it. So if the labor is not progressing or you're having prolonged labor, they will advise you to go for cesarean section. If you have done cesarean section before the first time, the second time you are carrying your child, even if you are going to pass through labor, you go to what is known as trial of labor. You just try. And if the trial is not progressing on its own, cesarean section straight. My fourth reason is placenta abruptio. This one has to do with placenta. When the placenta started separating, your placenta is supposed to separate after you must have delivered your baby. Placenta will separate. But this one, baby is still inside and placenta is separating. This one is emergency cesarean section because any delay will cost you your baby's existence. If you know what I mean. Another example is placenta previa. This is when your placenta now covers the opening through which your baby is going to come out. Your baby will not fly now because your baby is not a witch. He or she is not a witch. That opening, that pelvic opening, your baby is supposed to choke it and come out. Yes. The placenta will go and cover that whole place. You are going in for cesarean section if you want to carry your baby alive. Another reason is when your BP is extraordinary high. Not just that it is high, they checked your urine, you have protein in your urine. My dear, cesarean section stress, because you might be pushing your baby at that couch and you start seizure, like your seizure will start, and that kind one, if you enter them to come out, na grace of God. So another reason is obstructed labor. Obstructed labor in the sense that maybe baby is not presenting well. If the baby set is not well applied, or if baby set is very high, you might labor till thy kingdom come. and instead of your cervix to open, your vulva will start swelling up. Cesarean section straight. I know why I'm taking my time to mention all these things, so that you now check yourself and know where you fall in. Another reason is when your midwife suspects that you are about to have uterine rupture. If you deliver in a very good hospital, it is very rare that a woman will die, will die through uterine rupture. Like your uterus will just come out where the head dey. Now I dey explain as you go understand them. If you have uterine rupture, but before it happens, there are some signs that a good midwife will see and then know that you're having threatening uterine rupture, and then prepare you and rush you to theater for cesarean section. So if you're having it, you are entering into theater, my dear, because both your life and life of a baby is at stake. Then another reason is pelvic tumor. Go and bring your pen and start writing this. After watching this video, start afresh and be writing it down. Pelvic tumor of any kind, or your fibroid is so big that they are now, your fibroid and the baby's space, they are now sharing it. It will not allow the baby to come out if it is too big. You still go through what? Cesarean section. Another reason is this: maternal exhaustion. This is the one I've been seeing in this my profession. A woman will come into labor, she will not eat, even when nothing is happening to her. She will not eat, she will not drink, she will tell she's not feel like eating, she will not feel like eating. After using her strength to carry that, to go on with the labor to 10 cm, tell her to push, you cannot push. Madam, push out your baby, push. She cannot be able to push. So if you are so exhausted that you cannot push out your baby, my dear, you are entering into theater to do cesarean section. Another reason is when you are having any viral infection, be it hepatitis or be it HIV, especially when it is not controlled. You go to cesarean section because your baby will eventually contact it if you not go to cesarean section, especially during cutting of cord and delivery of the placenta. Your baby will get the infection. Another reason is when your baby, that your child, is in distress. This can be determined by the fetal heart rate. All of a sudden, the heart rate of a baby that's supposed to be 120 will just shoot up to 170, 180, or that's supposed to be minimum 110 will now be 190. It is the extent the baby is going. They will rush into theater to do what? To deliver the baby. So the list is countless. Like, I cannot, if I begin now to this video is already long, it might continue to be long, so let me just cut it here. But one thing I want to tell you: see these videos I watch, and some men will be telling you to come and buy the herbal drugs, that if you drink these drugs you're not going to do cesarean section, that nothing. There are many reasons that you must do cesarean section. Write it down, share this video, and make sure you like it. Like the video, share the video, and send it to someone that will need it. The main reason I even started creating this awareness online is because it seems as if, for me, I believe that we all know what you're supposed to do, but when it comes to practice, my dear, many are lagging behind. They watch all the videos, they will listen to all type of things online, but when it comes to what concerns their health, is zero. Not. That's why I'm making this awareness, creating this awareness, doing this video, series of videos, so that you learn and then teach someone that needs to hear it. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Follow me. Follow me, because if you're not going to gain, your sister, your auntie, your wife might gain from my teachings. Follow me. Do not be adamant to like and follow.